Today I want to talk to you about our hand wrap. This is our HYBRiD high performance cast hand wrap, and I brought here an example of our standard 18-inch 80 gauge 1500 foot cast film. I mean, this is a pretty popular film. We sell a lot of it. Now, as you can see, it's 18 inches width, it's 80 gauge thickness, and there's 1500 feet on the roll. Now, with the core, this is probably about a 10-pound roll. So, there's a fair bit of heft when you're holding this, you're running around the pallets, especially when it's hot out. I mean, here it's the end of July in Florida, and I think we have a heat warning advisory today until 12, so we're going to have the feel-like temperature of about 110 or 112 today. I mean, inside the warehouse it's probably going to be up to about 120 degrees. So running around the pallets with a 10-pound roll, it's going to get pretty painful. Now, here's a product. This is probably our best-selling hand wrap. This is our HYBRiD film, our HYBRiD 80. It's 15.7 inches wide. It's a 55 gauge, and it has 1500 feet. Now, you can see there is a big difference in the size of the rolls, obviously, and in the diameter, obviously, because it's a thinner, more high-performance film. And definitely on the weight, you got 10 pounds for your 18-inch 80 gauge. You're roughly about 6 pounds with your 55 gauge, 15.7, 1500 feet. Now, the one thing I like about this film, it's very crystal clear. Now, it has a great cling package, so when you wrap the pallet, if the film bunches up and you just give it a wipe down, it wipes down and it stays down. It doesn't just bunch up and then start falling off the pallet. And it's got a good cling on both sides, so whether you're going around the pallet left or right, it's still going to cling to itself at the end of the cycle. So now, obviously, with it high performance, it doesn't neck down as much when it's stretched compared to a conventional film, and it's got fantastic puncture resistance. I mean, when you're thinking about it, it's only a 55 gauge. So, if you're used to using the 18-inch 80 gauge, can you switch to a 55 gauge to do the same job and probably not have to add any more revolutions to your pallets? Absolutely. So, just kind of go around this pallet here a few times. What I like about the 55 gauge high performance is it does have some nice stretch still left in the film. It's very strong puncture resistant, and it's got a fantastic cling package. So it's easy to stretch, and when you stretch it around the pallet, obviously like a rubber band, it's going to want to go back to its original size, which is going to create a lot of force to load to keep the product tight, wrapped and on the pallet. So again, this is our 15.7 55 gauge, 1500 feet HYBRiD, an excellent product. So if you're using an 18-inch 80 gauge, this is definitely a product that you should down gauge to. It'll save you at least 30% in cost, and you can't complain about that. So again, it's the HYBRiD 80 gauge, 15.7 inches wide, 55 gauge, 1500 feet.